Hello, everyone. Happy Thursday night, or if you're on replay, thank you for being here. Wherever you're joining me from, whenever you're joining me from, welcome or welcome back. I am Lisa Harden. I am coming to you from the Stamping Zoo in a beautiful Boise, Idaho. It is so beautiful today. The last few days it has rained in the morning and then become sunny, and oh, it's my favorite. If I could just bottle that up and get another 3 months of it, I would be really happy. But I'll take what I get, right? Because it's always perfect stamping weather. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. One of the things that means is that I sell all of the beautiful products I'm going to be showcasing here for you tonight, working with tonight, and I will show you where to purchase them. And as long as you live in the United States, you are welcome to shop with me. But anybody can watch me from anywhere. So welcome again, whether you're joining me on Facebook or on YouTube. Let's see if I am in both, because last time I didn't think I was, I don't think I was as connected as I thought I was. So let me check here. Let's see if I've got any viewers right now. Anyone? Is anyone here to say hi to me? No comments. Yes, I am in 2 destinations. Okay. I did not mention that I was going live tonight, but this is my normal time. So welcome, welcome. And we're going to work with some fun product tonight. Oh, there comes some friends. Hello, Deborah. Hello, Jean. Very nice to see you, ladies. You never know when people get the notification that I'm going live, so it always takes a few minutes. And I'm very happy to see you. How are you guys doing tonight? And how's the weather in your area? Because I don't know if you were listening to me, if you just came on, but it's beautiful here. Really, really pretty. As you can see, I've got the windows open in here. Thank you for sharing. You're such a quick sharer, Jean. I appreciate that. Okay, let's see. Can I get rid of a few of these things off my screen? So much stuff. My goodness. So much stuff. One moment here. Let me give you just another minute to join me. Text your friends. Text your neighbors. Tell them that Stamping Zoo is live. We're going to play. I think that looks good. Let me go back into here. Okay. What? Cold and rainy and snow in the higher areas? Wow. Oh, what's going on in the east? My goodness. I think I saw somebody at a Boston, okay, I don't know, a Boston, what are they? The Red Sox? The baseball team. But they had hats on, and stocking hats. So it must be a little chilly. Oh, good job, Jean. You got your in-color box today. I'm so happy. Yes, you guessed right. Good job, my friend. How would you ever know that? Wait until you see what I have in store for you next month. But just a heads up on the in-color boxes. You've probably all received them because Jean is in a pocket of delivery in the country that takes longer. And so if she's gotten hers, I bet everybody else got theirs. I will be recording the videos and uploading the PDF tutorial tomorrow. All tomorrow. I'm taking tomorrow off. And of course, I have some other things I have to do, life maintenance. But one of my fun get to do things is I'll be recording all of your videos, showing you the card kits, and you can craft along with me and ask me all of your questions, okay? So I hope that when you got to open it up, you thought it was quite fun, because I thought it looked beautiful. Yes, I didn't want to say where you live, Deborah, but yes, she's in Western Mass, and it's cold and snowy in the higher elevations. Hey, Laura, nice to see you, and thank you so much for sharing. Hi, Roz. And okay, so then in Florida, high 90s and humidity. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you go from the pool to the craft room. Not such a bad place to be, right? And I'm so glad to see you, Roz. I didn't get back to your message today. I just saw it before I came on here. So I was working today, but as I mentioned, I'm going to take a 4-day weekend. Monday is a holiday here in the US, Memorial Day, and I decided to tack on an extra day. Why not? There are always more projects that I have on my to-do list in my brain than I can produce. So I'm going to get some of them done. So, oh, and your internet is wonky. It's probably too hot. It's probably just too hot. So it's about, okay, so I just turned on the AC. I know I'm a fragile flower though. It's 75 in the house, and I was actually nauseous before I came on here. And then I realized, oh, okay, I should shut the windows. As much as I love smelling all the trees, etc., it, like I said, I'm a fragile flower. I'm allergic to everything. So low 70s in Topeka. And let's see here. Yes, as you're all coming on, if you would be so kind, please share this video to your own social media sites. That helps me more than you know. It's one reason why I ask for it every single time. Also, I would love the social media recommendation from you. So if you enjoy it, your friends might enjoy it, and they can come on over and have some crafty time with us. Hey, Trish. Very nice to see you. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started here. I'm so glad to have all of you here. And as I said, lots of you will be joining on replay, and so I welcome you as well. Let me go ahead and point you down, and we're just going to go ahead and get started. I don't know why I'm looking all around, because I moved some screens. I moved some screens, friends, here and there. Okay. There's that one, and oh, I see. I need to take this off. How do I take that off? Hello, now you get me twice. Now you get me twice, huh? I think I do that, and then I think, what about, no, that's got to be me. I just don't want to be in the background. Maybe I can blow this one up. Whoops. I'm all over the place now. I hope you guys aren't seeing all this running around, clicking around. Okay. Let's just bring that out. See if I can do this, and heaven help me. I can't see comments now. I can't see people. Nothing. Okay, what about this thing? Okay. All right. Hopefully. Well, we're going to go with this right now. You're not going to see me, but that's okay. You know I'm here. Okay? You know I'm here. And so, as I said, welcome, and we are going to explore a little bit about, okay, let's see. Let me see if this works. I don't want to be split screen. No split screen, please. No, we don't want that either. I'm so sorry, you guys. It's being silly, or I'm being silly, whatever. Lisa's iPhone camera. Yes? Okay. Well, we're going to go with this. It just looks a little odd. That's all. Let's see here. Okay, let me try to pull this open. Who knows? You know what? I went through another upgrade. So goodness only knows what happened. But let me take that one out. Okay, here we go. It opened twice. All right. Well, that was fun, everybody. I'll see you later. No, just kidding. Okay, my goodness. Here we go. So we're going to have some fun with this. We're actually going to make 2 of the cards that I made with my team. I did not design these cards. I purchased this tutorial from Rhonda Wade. She puts together a tutorial for purchase every month, and I purchase that for my team, and I know a lot of demonstrators do. So some of you may have even made these cards with your team, but regardless, they're so, so fun. I thought they were great examples of just a few different things you can do with this bundle, which is great because this is going to be the featured bundle in my online Zoobilee Crafty Kit for June. Okay, so May was Sip and Celebrate. We just finished the class as of today, FYI. I got all of those videos uploaded. So if you are looking for those videos, you will find those in the exclusive Facebook group. Hello, Sarah from Australia. It's very nice to see you. Okay, yeah, Jean says 75 is too hot. Jean, you're my kind of person. I do want to show you, so I had a team meeting on Tuesday, and they're always fun, but this one was really fun. Everybody joined in, and I kind of surprised them. 4 of us earned the tote, and so I made these congratulatory cards. This is what I love about Stampin' Up! Is we can just personalize our little gifties so much. So I think they enjoyed them. So I personalized these. This is with notes and totes and some of the new Strawberry Slush Designer Series paper. Anyway, I made a tote that looks just like the real tote that we earned as part of a demonstrator incentive. And so newsflash, you're fabulous. And then congratulations, you earned it. Those are all current stamps. Isn't that fun? So it was really fun to surprise them with that. And then pretty soon we're going to be getting our totes. So the 4 of us will have matching totes, and we'll be kind to the others. We won't make fun of them. They got cards too, just not those cards. Okay, so they'll earn the next incentive. And one of my team members is Brandy new, so she didn't even have time to earn the incentive. So anyway, we all cheer for each other, don't we? So that was really fun. My team, we had a demonstration. Alicia did a demonstration all about masking paper. I learned some things. I think everyone probably learned some things. And then, oh gosh, Kim showed us some beautiful cards that she made. 3 different cards, and they were, I think, all had a fun-filled component. She really went crazy with it. And they did not disappoint. She'll be posting those onto our demonstrator website. So if any of this piques your interest about being part of a crafty group, then please join my group. Join the Zoo Crew Demonstrators. We have a good time together. We're really just about having fun, and as I said, cheering each other on and encouraging each other in our little crafty endeavors. And then guess what? We usually become friends. So fair warning, we usually become friends, and it's just something to look forward to, that we are all friends as well, but then you have a little special component, little special time with a smaller group, which if you want to just get the discount and never meet your teammates, that's okay too. You can do whatever you want. The company has a fantastic starter kit special this month. We'll talk about that just a little bit later, but I just want you to know that I have a lovely team that I really enjoy, and everyone's welcome. So that's what makes it fun, is we've got a little bit of everybody. Okay, so with that, we'll go ahead and get started here. Now, as I said, my Zoobilee class for June is going to feature this suite. This bundle is part of a larger suite. A suite is a collection of products that Stampin' Up! Has put together that coordinate, play off of each other very nicely, are inspired by the same things. And this one was brought to us, of course, it takes a team, it takes a village, right? But the lead product designer on this is Caitlin. And actually, she did a video with Sarah in the last couple of days. I will post it to my Facebook page, and you can see it. She talks all about her creative process. She shows some actual artwork that then gets used to make the designer series paper that we love so much. She talks about why this came to be. She talks about what she was thinking of when she designed this embossing folder called Pressed Flowers. So again, I will post that for you. And if it inspires you to work more with this class, then you can purchase this class from me, and it will ship on or about June 20th. You have plenty of time, except I do only let you register until the 10th, because then that allows me to get everything cut, designed. I've got to order things and make sure that's perfect when it comes to your house. Okay, so let's take a look at the paper. It comes in 12 by 12 sheets. And yes, it's a great video. Wasn't it fun? So this paper, you get 6 different designs. No, you get 12 different designs. And the papers are double-sided. Okay, so there's lots of different options. Oftentimes we call them the A sides and the B sides. So you'll get something like this that's very close to the theme in the suite. And then you'll get something like this, which still coordinates and goes great, but also will work with lots of different things, right? So let's take a look at this paper. And again, lots of these designs were influenced by I don't want to say the new hobby, but by pressed flower crafting, which is, I guess, really back in fashion now. So what do you know? So Caitlin made all sorts of artwork, full-sized artwork that ended up being these papers. And oh, we love them. She called this the spectrum. See, I can speak smartly about these things when I watch the videos. So this is like full spectrum of color. And oh, look at this. That's gorgeous for a background piece. And then you have this, which is more like just greens with a little bit of yellow. That might even be Darling Duckling, which I think has a lot of green in it. But never fear, we will find out what colors are in it, because when you purchase this paper, or when you look online or in the catalog, no, this is not in the catalog, it's an online exclusive. So when you look online or purchase the paper, you can see exactly what colors these are. Like right now, that's showing off like cloud cover, but it's pool party. Let me see. Sorry, I gotta lean right in and see if I can, there. Let me see this. Oh, there we go. Okay, well, I think it looks better, and then it's like, well, maybe not. It's probably exactly where it was, right? Okay, so anyway, just know it's pool party. And oh, look at this one. Isn't that cool? They really look pressed, like 3D. And so when I post this video, you'll get to see how Caitlin achieved that look, where it actually looks like it is textural and pressed onto the paper. But it's just one-dimensional paper. So in my Zoobilee kit, you will receive half a pack of this paper, and you'll be making 5 cards on one project. If I have a project that includes a snack or something from Bath and Body Works or whatever, I include the snack, etc. And I also give you a link and tell you where to find it so that you can make more, right? You'll have plenty of product in your kit to make my cards and project as designed, plus extras, okay? You will get some of the embellishments in this suite, which this one is a little bit different. So we do have the Strawberry Slush and Pretty in Pink gems, which are really just like an ombre. So they go from being gold flecked and clear down to very intense Strawberry Slush. Okay, and then it doesn't have ribbon. Doesn't mean I'm not going to include ribbon, but at this time, I don't know about that, because you're going to receive some foiled frames and labels ephemera pack. This was grouped together with this suite. And these are beautiful. There's larger shapes. We use them in class whenever at my last stamp camp with some different products, with some other ephemera. But basically, these are not basic. As you can see, they all have 2 outlines of gold on them. So they're laser cut, and so they just pop out. They're not adhesive on the back. You can either pop them out and use the 2 frames of gold or just a single frame, or you can pop this up on dimensionals and glue this piece down directly to add some more interest. So there's lots of different ways to use this. Here, I'll just go ahead and show you the different shapes. Some of these are popped out, right? Because as I said, we just broke into these and used them in class, but they're not teeny. They're not like your usual sentiment labels. As I said, we actually use them and put other ephemera on them. Oh, I have one right here. Here's one I made. My mom never watches this, so I made this for my mom because they're closing their restaurant later this month. Or anyway, in the next week or 2. Anyway, and so here's where the label is in the back, right? And then it's big enough to put all this ephemera on. And all of these are just ephemera from current ephemera packs. If you just search on ephemera in at thestampingzoo.com and hit the Shop Now tab, you will find it. Yeah, this is, if you use both layers, it is 3 3 by 4.5. That's a large one. That's probably the largest one. Okay, then you have a little bit smaller, but still very nice. You have this one, which is about the same, probably 4.5 long. The circles were popular. I made examples, right? And so then people often will follow the examples. So the circles were popular. The big rectangles were popular. I'm such an influencer. I mean, come on. So that will be part of the kit as well. And it includes about $25 in product, usually a little bit more. And then you make cards with me with a written tutorial and or videos that I put in an exclusive Facebook group. Or if you're not on Facebook, if you're watching this on YouTube or just watching me, you've just received this video in my email, then feel free to just request the videos, request that I email the videos to you, and I do that also. So I'll definitely get all the product and all the videos to you, and then you just get to craft on your time. Okay, you can craft at midnight, you can craft at 6 in the morning, or everywhere in between. You can craft at midnight with Jean, okay, because that's when she really gets going. So, all right, now let's dig into our cards. Let me show you the other one we're going to make. These cards really focus on the Impressions Abloom die cuts and the in colors. So the new in colors. All right, so we will get to see how those kind of play together. I loved this design. It was like so easy, but the technique is easy, but the effect is very stunning. And then these cards use the basic beige classic ribbon. I think that's what it's called. I grabbed the bordered ribbon. You can still purchase it. It's very slight. I pulled it because I wanted you to see the difference. So let me grab this out. And I have this stupid Band-Aid in the way. But just because my nail broke and it looks really weird. Okay, so this, you can see this ribbon is called classic ribbon, and this ribbon is called bordered ribbon. I wanted to work with both so I could show you the slight difference. I don't think there's a difference in color, it's just a difference in material. And this one, of course, doesn't have stitching. It just has kind of a finished edge. Look at that. It has kind of a finished edge. And then this one has stitching. Let's see. There we go. See? So both great choices. Both available now. It's just, I wanted both, right? You might want bordered one day and classic the next. All right, and we do use some of the embossing folders. We don't use pressed flowers on these two, but we use a couple of others that I've shown you. So let's see here, the pieces for this. Okay, now this is kind of what my card kits usually look like. They may have different pieces and parts. I'm really into layers and die cutting, so they're not usually simple stamping cards. In fact, I can't remember when I've sent a simple stamping card, but this is what a card kit looks like when it comes from me in Zoobilee. It has an envelope for every card. Then we have here the card base is basic beige. It's already cut for you. This one's scored for me. I don't score your card bases, but this one's scored for me. Okay. Then I have an embossed piece, which is going to be the first layer of the card. This is damask. There's another name, but it's in the Beautiful Gallery suite. Okay. Then you will have some pieces of, oh, wrong kit. That's for this card is what we're making. And so you'll have the pieces of cardstock that you need. And so I've put in here, now yours wouldn't have usually a hole in it, but I'm just making this for you, right? So I just grabbed the little pieces that I had. And then we need a piece of basic white to die cut this cool oval that's in the suite. And so you will have that as well. And so when you're stamping, you use all of your own non-consumables, like your own die cutting machine. You purchase these. These are separate from the fee for the kit. But if you purchase these from me at the same time that you purchase the Zoobilee kit, I pay the tax and shipping for you. So, okay, so see, we've got two ovals here, very close to the same size. I think this one's slightly smaller, not a lot smaller though, and it's just a clean, plain cut. Now this one has a clean, plain cut, plus this little exterior piece, okay? So, which I glued down with liquid glue and seemed to work fine. So we're gonna work through that. And then the flowers have open dies, so that means they've got a die that fits just around the shape if you want to stamp it, or they have these textural pieces that you can run together or separate with the open die. We're going to run them all together. That's how we're going to create these flowers, and you get all this little texture on it. Even the centers have textural pieces. Even the leaves have textural pieces. One thing's for sure, these are popped up on dimensionals, but for this, I'm going to use adhesive sheet because glue would just come right through all that veining and make a big mess on your card. So you're going to need some adhesive sheet. So you need those kind of basics, but otherwise I send you all of the cardstock and, as I said, the PDF written tutorial and the videos, and away we go. All right, let's see. I'm going to bring this in so you can see this die cut, how this die cuts. All righty. So this is the one that has the pin dot detail. I did run this through. I've run this through several times, and just last night I did run it through with waxed paper because that little delicate outside was sticking, and that usually does the trick. So let's see what we get. We get that oval, and then we get this almost invariably will stick in there. It's so small, but that is fine because we have a take your pick tool, right? And so we're going to grab it and do a little bit of removal. This should be coming through pretty good for me. Yeah. Okay, and that's what you get. Now, if it starts sticking, let me grab this and just give you a quick tip and trick here. Hopefully, if the wax paper is in here. Let's see, is it? I thought, I sat it out for myself, but I don't know where I put it. Oh, shoot. All right, well, that's a tip and trick for next time. Sorry, friends. I will do it, though. We'll have a tip and trick video on that, okay? How to sharpen dies and how to sharpen punches. We will do that. Okay, so those guys, and then I'm going to run the rest of them through the mini because you can see it a lot better. Okay, so, and will the mini fit through here? I feel like it will. I mean, will this oval? Oh yeah, this oval will fit through here. If you just have the mini, all of these dies will fit. I had a quarter sheet of paper, which is wider than the deck, and so I didn't think about it. But the mini will handle all of these dies should you want them. And let's see here. Again, as I told you, since these are up on dimensionals, we're not going to put adhesive sheet on them. But if you are, if you don't know whether you're going to put them on dimensionals or not, you might want to just go ahead and include adhesive sheet. And so see, this looks, I mean, they're very random because that's how they make the flowers look kind of different. Detailed is that flowers aren't symmetrical. And so I just pick one that looks really odd, like this longest one, and then I can see pretty easily where that fits in. So see how that goes in there? And then why don't we grab this piece of cloud cover and we'll run the little one through. I think we can get both of these through. It's not that they won't fit on the deck. They fit on the deck. This is the deck. They fit there just fine. It's just that sometimes if you're trying to run too much through, it might give you too much resistance. Boy, I really cut that thing down to nothing, didn't I? No waste. All right, and then again, I look for like this extra spiky one, and then it just fits in there. There's also this one that has three, looks like 3 toes. So put that in there, okay? You can put it down with label tape if you want, but as I was mentioning in my videos earlier in Zoobilee, if you take this and don't slide it over the paper and create a bunch of static, if you just kind of put it at an angle and then put it down, things should stay pretty good. And I find that I use a lot less tape with things just based on how I put that top plate on. Did you see how that clung? There's static builds up when you run these things through. So sometimes you can't avoid using the tape, but I find that, again, the way I laid that down helps me a lot. And then look at this. I mean, isn't that great? You can see the individual petals that they've done with just these different lines that they put into the die. But they still give you the option of simply stamping it and then cutting it with the open die. I love that. You get to choose how your flowers look, okay? And then this little guy, hey, as I told you, we're economizing around here. We're a frugal household. And there's the middle size. I like that one. And then we'll do a baby bear here. Baby bear. Wherever that die went. Okay, so same situation. And this one is a little bit harder to discern, but let's see. This one is kind of just flat, and so it's pretty easy to see which piece goes in there. And if you mess it up and get it twisted around, it's still okay. As long as it'll fit in there, it should work fine. Okay. And then there's that one. Okay, now we need some centers. We don't want to be without these beautiful little centers. Now, if you are cutting these, if you're cutting a lot of these, you have to be careful just because of the mere tiny size of these. Wait, if you think that one's little, wait until you see the small one. Kind of like ridiculous how small it is. But I like it, so I wanted to use it. Look at it. I mean, it's smaller than a watch battery. But just drop it in the center somewhere. It doesn't have to be even, you know, evenly in the middle. And then let's do that. So there's two different sizes of those. And then that's what that looks like. Just it's right in line with the rest of the designs on the petals of the flowers. Okay, and then make sure you get that little guy back there. Whoops, I'm off screen there. Right here. I'm so proud of my team for not losing that. However, one of them did end up in the trash can, and Trish found it. Yay, Trish! Trish is superwoman. She found this one. It was in the trash. So, it happens. And of course, you always think, well, of course it's the stem or whatever. It couldn't be like one that we have two of. It was the stem. So anyway, that was great. She didn't even have to dig through the trash. It was on the counter. It was the trash on the counter. So I totally see how it ended up in there, right? I worry about it when I'm just using it myself. Okay. And then this guy, whoops, wrong way. So see this, as I said, this is a die cutting intensive card. It's really one of my most favorite things to do. So I don't mind at all. Okay, none of that had adhesive sheet, but then the leaves and the stems are going to need adhesive sheet. They are laid down directly onto that white oval. And so I didn't want to struggle. I don't like to struggle. And so I just put adhesive sheet on the back of my cardstock. And then we're going to cut several pieces. So we need the straight one, the straight stem. We need the curved stem. We need the long leaf piece. And then I think I cut an extra leaf just to cover up everything that was going on down there. So let's put this. And then finally, let's put one of those. And I'll tell you what else is really cute. Are these little, these are really handy. They kind of can stand in for embellishments. And since we're die cutting this, and we're not even die cutting these fan flowers or leaves, but they're also really pretty. Okay, so we're all set. Look at that, we're loaded up. So see the mini. I was just telling my newest team member, it's not a toy, it just looks like a toy. And so everything usually runs through it just fine. Let's see though, I want to see before those pop out. Did they cut pretty clearly? Pretty cleanly? I feel like I want to run it through again, just in case. Give it a little bit of help because it did have 2 layers, right? So just line it back up on its own die cuts. So I missed you guys on Sunday. I decided to spend some time with my friend and her daughter. And so what have all of you been doing this last week? I haven't talked to you in so many days. So what's been going on? And is everyone staying home during Memorial Day? I know it's not a holiday weekend for Canada because they just had Victoria Day, didn't you? But how about in Australia? Does this happen to be a holiday in Australia? Leslie, do you guys have, I mean, I certainly don't think it's Anzac Day. I feel like that's in the fall or our fall. But you tell me, what do you guys have going on this weekend? Or are you taking a little extra time going camping so it can rain on you? It always rains here during Memorial Day, even when, I mean, we come from a really dry area, so make of that what you will, but you can always kind of count on it raining at least a little bit over Memorial Day. Okay, so we're getting all these cute little stack of pieces and parts. We're going to play with our paper dolls, but they are in the shape of flowers and stems today. Gotta kind of hold this on the side and then push through those little release points. Okay, and then you can just peel it off like that. All right. So cute. Now I did another little tricky with the ribbon on this one. Just one reason why I wanted to make this with you. So I ran it over the thin border and I ran it under the oval. See there? I like it. Just like a little detail that if I send this to a fellow card maker, they will see that. So, and even if nobody else sees it, I see it and I think it's fun. All right, so basic beige is the card base here. And I really like how it's just a fresh, different take versus just making these cards all in white. They would still look great. You could make them in several different colors, but I like the basic beige. Really, really nice. All right, this is going to get glued down. I glued this down. Well, oh no, I didn't. I put it up on dimensionals. I couldn't really see them back there. Okay, so this is going to go on dimensionals. I'm going to keep the dimensionals sort of away from the direct center because that's where I want to run the ribbon, right? So maybe I'll do like this and get them up in the corners for sure. And then, okay, where's my ribbon? I did this kind of in pieces and parts, right? So I laid the ribbon across the card and it won't be tacked down. So once you have it laying there, you can pull it from either side, okay? But just have it laying down there. Okay, and then take the backings off, hopefully not with a Band-Aid, with a functional finger. I'm going in on Saturday to get my nails fixed. I'm sure I've told you my tale of woe. I was supposed to go in last Saturday and then I forgot. I messed up and double booked myself. And the other appointment was my stamp camp. So I can't miss my stamp camp. So I missed my nail appointment and she got me in at another time. Good job. All right. This pattern I think can go either way. Yeah, I like it that way though. Okay, so like this. All right. And so then, as I said, it's loose in here, okay? Because you don't know exactly how much you need for your bow. You don't want to go cheap on the bow, right? So for right now, I'm going to do that. Now, the next thing I need to do is grab my liquid glue and my tweezers. And I'm going to work on this thing. And then when you get some glue on this, you really just want a little. If you don't want to be goofy and do it like I'm doing it right now, you can run this through with adhesive sheet and then either run the oval through twice because the oval gets popped up, or you can just put your dimensionals on top of the adhesive sheet. I guess I just felt like showing you it could be done this way. I don't know. So I'm just really, I don't even know if you can see that, but there's the smallest amount. I'm just kind of dragging the tip of this glue and pressing ever so slightly and just leaving a little bit. It's not even, it's not like a continuous line. Okay, but it is going to be down on a piece that is embossed, and so it needs a little something, a little more than just tacking down. Now I am holding, see how I'm pulling the ribbon? You may decide to put your ribbon over here, but since I'm left-handed, I'm pulling that ribbon tight and then sizing it up, and then I'm going to lay this oval down. And don't worry if it's not exactly in the middle, because sometimes not being exactly in the middle just provides a lot more interest. Okay. Oh, that's not how I did that. That's not how I did that. Sorry. You know what? Let me see if I can pull this out. Yes, I can. Look at me go. Okay. See, I confused myself. I put this over the little part. Okay. There we go. So don't pull that tight. Skip that part. Okay. All right. And then I still just leave that because I like to tie it when it's all finished. This part I do remember, so that I can get up close to the oval. Okay. So now I would build off of the card just on the oval. And it's pretty easy from this point. It's just like a series of stickers and stems and then a few dimensionals. Okay, are we liking this? Oh, well, goodness, Sherry. I guess it is Memorial Day weekend, isn't it? And his birthday's on Saturday. Well, he might end up being there with you in one way or another, right? So I hope that brings you some comfort. And let's see here, Roz. Oh, your mom's birthday is today. Fun. Other than staying cool, no kidding. Oh gosh, yeah, I know. Memorial Day does bring out some crazies sometimes, doesn't it? So I know I'm staying home, not because of that, just because I like it here. I am meeting. I called a friend of mine that I saw a couple weeks ago, and we're going to meet for breakfast tomorrow morning. Then I need to go get some blood work done. Fun. Then I need to go get the dog's medicine. Fun. And, you know, stuff like that. Okay, this guy, I'm going to go ahead and bring him down. Like, it's much taller than I'm going to need, but he'll be hidden. See? So you don't necessarily end up at the very end of that one. And then we need room for the next two. Here, let's see. So this one's a twofer, so I'm putting the next two on here. And so if I recall, this was kind of how I spaced them. So like I had this here, and then I brought this where I wanted the next one to be, because I want the next one to overlap like that. So that looks good. And then of course you can just trim down here. And then finally I'm going to bring this in and clean up the look on the very bottom. And as you saw, this does cut through that embossing paper, just like the die, so it can come off in pieces. Just be patient with it. It's worth it, and you definitely can't really put it down with seal or liquid glue, so that's your choice. That's your choice. Adhesive sheet. See, this one's just like, it's almost more cuts than it is solid. My goodness. Okay, and then I'm just going to do this. All right, and then give it a little trimmy trim. If I can find my snips. There we go. Right where they were supposed to be. Imagine that. All right. Ooh, looks pretty, yes. I love Secrecy. It's still my favorite. I am holding out the possibility of changing my mind at any given time. But I'm not sure yet. It's still my favorite, so. Okay, I'm gonna put a couple on here. Oh, I see a little mistake I made already. Well, we can work through it. We're gonna work through this mistake. Okay, so this, I'm gonna put the flowers down without their centers right now. And this guy. Just move it around until you have it where you like it. No, that's not going to work. I need this dimensional over on that side. Oh, that's good. Like it worked perfectly right there. And then this little guy is going to come down here. This little timid tiger. Does everybody have the names memorized? I hope so. Timid tiger, cloud cover, strawberry slush, secret sea, darling duckling. Okay, this was my mistake. Those should have had adhesive sheet on the back of them. They did not. So I am going to do the next best thing, which I am going to put a little bit of seal on them. It still works. I'm just going to try to avoid getting it all over everything. So slide that one in there. And let me get out my silicone mat to the rescue. Okay. And then this. Perfect. We don't want that on there. Okay. There we go. So then the, whoops. It ricocheted off there. That's pretty funny. Is that the smallest one? Yeah, it is. Okay. Oh my God, I need a small one too. Like it's very overwhelming, isn't it? Okay, looks kind of humorous. And then let's get this in here. Right now is where, again, strategically place your dimensionals so that they are not in the middle because of the ribbon. Okay, and then this comes in over the top. Now you hold it. That's what I was remembering. I just remembered it a step too early. So now you pull the ribbon over to the side and hold it. Right. I think I was trying to say that, but then Roz was talking me into something else. It was Roz's fault, but we're going to let it go. Okay, and then still before it's down and burnished, you can still move it around because for one thing, it's on an embossed piece of cardstock. So that gives you a little more time. And then lock it in. It's all over but the crying, or the celebrating, I should say. Okay, and then let's tie our beautiful bow. And then we can compare bows with the 2 different basic beiges. I mean, we're pretty spoiled. We get 2 different ribbons of the same color. Very close. But they both have, you know, the trained eye can spot the differences. And you guys are all trained eyes now because I showed you the differences, didn't I? All right. And let's get that sticky, those little stems off of there. Cut that. And then, oh, that's so cute. Okay, now I think I want to go ahead and use our flat pearls. They are so beautiful, and I chose to use just a mixture of the colors because everything else has so much color, and they all coordinate, right? They all mix and match. So let's do a medium. I didn't give myself the same amount of room up there. Give ourselves a medium one of that. Then we'll do the small duck and the large. Let's do the large cloud cover this time. There's not very much cloud cover on this card. Oh, what about that, friends? I like that so much. So a little trickery there with the ribbon, but not a big, you can do it, right? Okay, and then there's the difference in the ribbons, which it's nice to have a comparison of things when they are so close. I would say they're both really easy to tie. I was going to choose a favorite, and I'm like, I don't know that I have a favorite. I don't know that I can do it, guys. Okay, you know what? I'm going to wrap up a little early because I am still not feeling great, and I don't want to get worse here with you. Okay? Thank you so much for joining me tonight. And I will be live with you on Sunday, and I'll be doing videos in the In Color Club tomorrow. Okay, so never you fear, you'll be seeing me. I'll also pop on for that quick tip and trick for you on the die cuts and wax paper. So I will see you soon. Thank you so much for joining me, and happy stamping. Everybody have a safe weekend.